Greetings, greetings, greetings to the gods and the goddess, sentient being. Greetings to the indigenous people worldwide, corporate subject, and the brainwashed citizens as well. I'm gonna let my divine goddess, Nubia, speak on the topic that we're gonna chant down today. Go ahead, baby.
Yeah, because, I'm just coming in and it's kind of like giving an outsider's opinion because we're always talking about nation building. We need numbers, we need to come together and work together, group economics, really enforcing our power and our authority against these de facto companies. And I'm realizing like a lot of people out here just talk. All they do is just run their mouth like we'll be with them face to face. We're serious. We're ready to move. Let's do these things. Let's get this stuff done. And they'll hug on you, speak, act like they like you, say yeah they're ready to do it. They want to help you. They want to help you with emotional support. Just give you strength on the land and stuff like that. And then they just disappear. We don't hear from them. They stop answering the phone. It's like it seems like it's a lot of jealousy and envy going on, like crabs in the bucket, crabs in the barrel. Like I thought we were supposed to lift each other up so we can all prosper, and it's just ugly to see because these people I'm seeing are calling themselves your friend. I'm realizing they don't fucking fuck with you.
They don't have my back.
They don't.
No, I know. I see it, but I just like the way you see it because I don't really fuck with them too much. I sometimes greet them, try to expose the character by showing you and having a little reason. And like whenever we meet up in the city, I introduce you to one of them, and then you actually could see the fakeness in them.
Yeah.
So I know that. I know a lot of them fake, and I know a lot of them was pretend and I, like they say, misery love company. I know when certain things is not flowing in the way most people want it in a particular period in their life, people tend to come around because they like when you're not so blooming like the flower. But from the time you pick up and your finance start to grow, your goddesses are wrong and things start to flow. The same people who was up trying to pretend start to draw back, ghosting you, not answering your call, and playing a little psychological game because you see the jealousy. Yeah. It's plain to see the jealousy. It's just straight. And I don't really worry about it, but I know and grow to learn to know that many simple things you do and you just withdraw from the fake ones who come around and act as if they have your back when they don't have your interest.
And that's something I've been saying to you. Move the fake energy or the fake people away so the real ones can come in. Make room for the real people because I don't like seeing that. To me, that's just weird. I don't walk like that. I'm not like that. If I don't like somebody, it's obvious. If I like you, it's obvious. So it's like, how are these people claiming that they want nation building? This is real life stuff we talking about.
Mm-hmm.
We got big things we need to take care of, and these people are playing games. I've seen people sit in this man's face like, yeah, I'm gonna help you, I'm gonna give you strength, I got you, yeah, we gonna take care of that, and then stop picking up and then don't pick up the phone.
Yeah, jealousy.
Like what happened? We told you what we were about. We told you we're serious. Let's do some group economics. Let's get some stuff done.
Mm-hmm.
And they'll sit there, I want to do it, I want to do it. So it seemed like, no, they don't got your back. They don't want the best for you. And those are people you got to stay away from. Well, I'm telling you, we know. Wicked.
We know. I know how it is because I've always had the enemy infiltrating our own people and having them fight against progress. Because even to those that I taught the knowledge of sovereignty, they all run off and want to be chief and don't have no Indians to follow them. Right? And they themselves can't stand properly on the square, don't know all the information. Like none of us really know every single thing, but we know a lot of stuff. Like I know a lot of stuff to go out there and challenge on my own. None of them never done it. So a brother had to expose them on a chat for being fake as they are by coming out and letting them know the only man who carry the cross on his shoulder is Paramount Chief Tannic. None of you been there fighting the system. None of you challenge the system. You all just talk. So why you jealous the man? Because now the man has certain knowledge and information and has a bit of respect by the system and its higher authority because the man knows what he's doing and saying is correct. And you, as the other brothers and them out there, always trying to not just criticize but label negative images about the Paramount Chief, trying to try to stop people from inquiring to actually be a national of the nation and join in. Have various people who come and tell me who say this and say that, but we're not calling the names, but we're just exposing these fake ass people.
And it's not even just the men; it's the women too. It seems
Yeah,
like
both of them.
they claim they wanna be with you, but then they never make any moves to make it happen. And then now, when a woman who came and actually said, "No, I'm serious. I'm about to make the moves to get here," now they act different. They acting weird. Like, you don't want this man to be happy, huh? You didn't want to bring it in, but so when another woman's ready to, now you feel weird. You're jealous. You want to try to mess stuff up, or like I said, you in our face in public and then you disappear.
Mm-hmm. Fakeness.
Or we're FaceTiming and we're like, yeah, we were gonna get these things together, and then now you going on a fast, so you can't talk, and then we just never hear from you again.
Yeah, fakeness. Fakeness. We don't have room for that. But I mean, we're not begging now. We're not quarreling with no one. We're just exposing how fake people comes in many different forms, many different ways, and just try to pretend that they have your best interest or they have your back and they're there with you when they basically don't even want you to even rise or strive. That's why we say misery love company.
Yeah.
They like when you're miserable. They like when things ain't going on for you. But the minute things start to go on for you, they start to pretend and block. And I think most of them jealous of me because I already done secure lots of land and resources and bill and off grid and don't pay taxes and free out of the system. And I think they only pretend because they want this life and they want to know how it's going and how I managed to accomplish what I accomplished. But they really don't really want to see you to be happy, which is me and my goddess. They basically envy. But you know they can't act that way. They gotta pretend that they care. So it's just facts over fiction. And we just blazing some fire. And we just, like we say, fire in the rubber tire, man, it have a blaze. We don't business of these people. We just expose them. And we know who the cap fit, they will wear it. And a lot of them will feel this shit. Because there's a lot of fake sisters out there and fake brothers out there. Especially to those that I thought these movements and turned back to be some of the worst brothers I ever come around. When the time comes for us to actually unite and fight the system, they're running out there fighting against their own, fighting against the unity. Okay, we can't have plenty man rat in one hole. We need to focus on a structure, and you can't get around by individually. You could only solve this problem with the system by nation. So the nation has to have a structure, which I already lay in place. But the jealousy of certain brothers' heart and certain sisters, they're trying to block the unity and the coming together. But you know what they say? The broken strings will just fall apart, and the wicked will just melt away like butter in sun. And the righteous and the great people will rise. So we don't really business. Fuck them. It's our time. They're not stopping nothing. Babes, you have anything more to add to it before we close off?
If you're not real, stay over there. Don't come over here if you're not real. We really want to get stuff done. Like, time is of an essence. There's so much we can do, and it's like, I don't get how y'all can't respect that this man has laid the foundation down on many things. He done made it easier for us to come through. All we gotta do is support him. Why do y'all hate that? Support the man, and you're gonna win too. You benefit from helping him.
But you know what I can't fathom these people when they're trying to press sneaky and actually gossip against me and fight. It's not me they're fighting against themselves.
Yeah.
Because they're fighting against the progress. Look, the Prime Minister and all of them already don't know. I am the real fucking man behind this movement and the real leader.
And let's talk about that because people give all this respect to these CEOs, right? These so-called prime ministers and presidents. And how many times have I seen these same CEOs come to you and want to shake your hand? Come on, give him his respect. Like, just come on.
I didn't even see the CEO when he came out to us on Friday.
It's
the Prime Minister. I didn't even know he was behind me. He literally stopped and turned me around because he wanted to honor me. Because he know me. I didn't notice him. It's he. When he see me, he had to stop, shake my hand, and tell me we have to have the meeting, and then tell my goddess, greet my goddess as well. I didn't even see him.
And it's like shame on y'all because all these other nations can come together and build. I'm noticing all these other nations go to where we're located at and make moves. They prosper in such a short amount of time. But I know they laugh at us.
You want to know something? Even the Maroons in Jamaica and Korea, once upon a time, they had to call me to get information from me to be able to learn how to stand. Right? And that's a nation that's been established. Even a couple of the Garifuna people in Dominica, they had to call me to get information from me. Because they were, as one upon a time, they was being pushed back and bombarded by the very same security forces that signed treaty to honor them. And I had to teach them a certain remedy. So it just lives to show you that our people being colonized and being dumbed down for such a long time, that they really embrace division in such a terrible way that they don't even see they are the ones stopping their own progress, stopping their own upliftment.
Yeah, Willie Lynch.
Very sad.
Willie Lynch syndrome.
Willie Lynch syndrome.
We need to get that up out of you. Like, come on. And then it's even more what's the word? Disappointing because these are people who have so much more years on me. And it's like, you still act like that at your grown age?
I know. And another thing, they're jealous of me because my goddess is young, beautiful, Coca-Cola shaped, and my goddess is very fine. So a lot of them is carrying feelings right now. Right? But we don't really business to them. We don't business. And I know a lot of sisters here carrying feelings because they don't have the shape and the beauty and the young figure as my goddess. But it has nothing to do with that. It's because my goddess is ready for this mission. So if you're ready, why don't you come and be part of it? Like, we don't have to be together, like I said to a lot of sisters. We don't have to be in a relationship for us to build and grow and build a nation. Because you could bring your king and your heirs and join the nation. We're not forcing you to be in polygamous relationship with us if you already have your king. It's your choice if you want to be. There is no force because you have to willingly be a participant in any aspect of what you desire to do in your life. So if you desire to be a part of the nation and bring your king and bring your heirs, which you call children, and join, you're welcome. If you don't have a king and you want to be a sister wife, you're welcome as well. We're not forcing nothing on you. You have to align with who we are and what our mission is on. And once you align with it, then everything will fit in place. But the fakeness of these sisters and these other brothers out there is very absurd. And they act as if somebody is begging them and telling them, nobody, because we're getting by such perfect. We're doing great things. We don't have to go out there and hustle and work like a slave. Even if we want fiat currency, we have certain things we just make a 2 call and bam, bam, bam. We make the money that you would fight to make in 2 fucking weeks in the space of a minute. But we don't worry about these things because we got brains. Plus, Paramount Chief Tonic is a herbalist and we got lots of tonics. And my goddess make crochet of all different types. Anything you want to talk about, whether it's bikini, whether it's pants, whether it's whatever, my goddess crochet these things.
Yeah, and that's just the beginning for me. As certain things take off, I'm going to be using my hands in multiple ways.
Correct.
That's just the start. But yeah, like, it's just disappointing. You know, like, this is the age of Aquarius. We should just know better. And we should be tired of talking and ready to put some action to it.
Correct.
Because it's like, when it's time to fight each other, we ready. We ready to fight each other, kill each other, talk down on each other. But then the actual enemy, we we back away. We're scared. We're nervous.
Mm-hmm.
We're not ready yet. We need more time.
Mm-hmm.
Come on. But we're supposed to be the goddesses and the gods of this planet.
But you see, like I would say, let me remove that word. Our people stuck in a loop and don't want to come out of the negative mindset that they continually repeat the cycle. And that's why the chain seems to be pulling more tight and tight around the neck.
And I think that's why it's going to take the younger generation. Because it seems like as people get older, they get set in their ways. They don't want to change.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, that's why you are going to see him with younger women, because it's the younger women willing to do the work.
Correct.
It's not that he's against dating somebody in their 40s or their 50s. They don't be ready. They don't be trying to do nothing.
No, they don't do nothing with themselves. And most of them lazy. They don't want to make the effort to get things change and switch their life around. A lot of them sisters come around here and they don't even want to heist a finger. So they're very lazy and they don't do much.
Yeah, like this is not this lifestyle you can't be lazy in. When we used to speak over the phone, I told you, I know this is hard work. I know I'm going to have to put in some work. I know it's not easy, but it's going to be worth it. I'd rather put in that energy into building this up than working for these corporations that don't care about me and will fire me for the smallest thing and hire somebody else, and it's like I never existed.
Correct. And that's your energy being wasted for some fiat currency, which is not lawful money. And we have land and resources, which means we're rich already.
Right, the resource, the wealth is the land.
So we don't need to be fighting over fiat currency. If we need a little fiat currency, we got so much food on the land, like I say, these big supermarkets, whatever. Sometimes if I don't call, they call me. We need 200-300 pounds of pumpkin. I don't business of people. The money that they fight to make in fucking 3 weeks to a month, we make in 1 minute. I don't fucking business of them. I just laugh. We ain't come out here to fight over anything. We just live simple and enjoy the fullness of life.
And you got the knowledge on how to build, a domicile. Like, if we all came together, look, we could have a few houses around here.
Correct.
Things could grow so much faster if people would just put their insecurity and their jealousy and their envy and their
insecurities away.
Just put it away and come together and work. You can do it for everybody, all these other nations. You can do it for the de facto companies, but then when it's time for us,
you don't want to work.
It's all types of excuses. And you only fighting against yourself. And you know you're not happy living the lifestyle that you're living, but yet you still stay in it. Because now you got the information. You found someone that's doing the work. You know what I'm saying? Like, I used to get bits and pieces of this sovereign stuff, but I didn't really, take the time to really sit down and read and study this stuff. But then now that, I've met you, it's like, wait a minute. Yeah, all this stuff is a straight fraud. I mean, down to just a driver's license. I'm like, hold on. No, we got to stand for our rights, dude. Like, it doesn't upset you knowing, like, how they're committing so much crime and scamming and fraud?
Yeah, like we would say, how can you feel comfortable paying to live on a planet that you're born on? Something have to be wrong with you. You have to be a moron to think that you are born on a planet and you feel comfortable paying to live on a planet you're born on. Do the birds pay to live on the planet? Do the lion and the tiger pay to live on the planet? Do the gorilla pay to live on the planet? Do the fish in the water pay to live on the planet? Nothing. No animals, no insect, no birds, no bees. Nothing pay to live on the planet excepting sentient being that they refer to as human. None of us supposed to pay to live on a planet that we were born on. It means you're born in a paradise where everything is given to you freely. The water comes from the springs. The rain brings water. The atmosphere has electrons in it naturally. Because you go outside and ground, you could get electrons from the tree. You could manipulate the elements and get electricity, whether it's solar, wind, or water. You're not supposed to be paying for these things. If you pay for it, it's a fraction, not all this money every month. right? You're paying for electricity and paying for water that is given to you freely. And then you paying to travel, which is your right to travel. And you paying for a license to carry a firearm, which is your right. These things are scam and fraud. People have to wake up.
And be willing to come together. Okay, you don't want to marry him. Okay, you can still help because you're gonna benefit too.
Yeah, you don't want to be a part.
He's not selfish, and he's not just only thinking about him. He's thinking about all of us.
That's why I fight the battle on my own, and I fight the fight for all of us. I didn't go out there and fight a particular agenda. And when they offer bribery to me and they tell me to keep things silent, I didn't keep it silent. I still expose them. I still do videos on them. I still do certain stuff. They already tried bribe me and offer me things. They offer me to be a mason with them. I just don't even expose certain things to these other brothers and sisters here. They don't even understand what's going on. And I never joined the pack. I never move with them. They offer me money. They bribe me to tell me to keep quiet and don't expose certain information. I never do that. I shut down a court for 3 months. Wafak is proof of that. Big John is proof of that. Right? With a magistrate, when he realized the knowledge I have, he was so fucking scared, he closed the court. Never opened back the court for 3 months. Right? And so this is just an example to show you that I'm not just ordinary. I was designed and chosen by nature, the ancestors, the universe put me here to take and reclaim what was stolen and lost for us. So you people who trying to fight against me is not fighting me, you're fighting against your own self. Because I was sent here, I was chosen to lead this mission. What you need to do is fall in honor and gratitude of what I've done for you guys and help me to pick up the mantle so that we could rule. If the prime ministers, which is the CEO of the companies, the de facto company that call itself government like St. Vincent and the Grenadines, can come out of the way, look for me and salute, who the fuck is you? Huh? Who is you? Man, you need to, you know what they say? Wake up and smell the coffee. Cause it over boiling pan the fire and it go dry up. Wake to fuck up.
And we need numbers. Everybody got it. There's a role for everybody.
Come on, there's a role.
Think about like a sport called basketball. You got a coach, you got an assistant coach, you got the players, but each player even has a role too. Everybody's not the
Everybody has
point
a role.
guard.
Look, I did the Constitution. I did everything for them. I even laid down all the different positions. We have the judiciary, we have the executor, we have the legislator, right? And then we have all the different departments where we put people in play, similar to the system. But instead of it be a crooked system, it's going to be a fair system where common law rights alone are being acknowledged and not no fucking admiralty, maritime law, policy enforcing. So, sheriff is going to take place for the security forces to make sure that the rights is being respected of the people. Right? And we will have various similarities, just like the system. We will have our own embassy, everything. But because of the lack of unity, the coming together, all these people fighting against Paramount Chief Tannic. That's why our brother had to say in a group and come out of the group, where were you when Chief Tannic was fighting the system? Where were you? Where were you when Chief Tannic picked up the mantle? He was the only Jesus. He's the one that tried to crucify on the cross and still couldn't crucify him. When every one of you claiming indigenous and don't know what to do, he fighting the battle by himself. But you want to take fucking credit from him. And you want to be leader.
It's like the audacity. Like what proof did you put in? What groundwork did you put in?
Yeah, what work did you put in?
To take that title? You didn't do nothing. But then you keep coming to him for the knowledge so you can fix your situations that you got going on.
Yeah. Let my empress tell you of an example of me and how my mouth and how I know how to articulate have 4 police officers on their knees saluting to me.
Right. Come on now. And they bigged you up at the end of it.
They have to respect me, fist me, and tell me thanks for the knowledge. Like the same police that is there trying to enforce the policy after confronting them and being professional. We didn't argue. We didn't go out aggressive. We've been
No.
very professional. The policeman was very honored. They were honored. Two policemen and two policewomen, they were honored. They didn't believe that they themselves was being bamboozled by the actually superiors who put them to do their job. When we finished talking to them, they had to take pictures of the Constitution and then ask me where can they get one. So this is just to show you the level of communication. And a lot of our people are very arrogant. Right now is not time for arguing. This is time to be diplomatic and smooth. Right? Because I bleed blood, they bleed blood. So we don't have to act as though you're a monster and I'm a monster and we can't even have dialogue. We have to learn how to have dialogue. And then when you can have dialogue in such a professional manner, you will get your message across clearly. A lot of them like to spread rumors and say, Paramount Chief, argue and cuss. What argument I'm arguing? If I talk the truth and I might use a few F words, I could give you an example. Even the so-called pastors and preachers like to watch a lot of the comedian, and 99% of the word is so-called F word coming out of their mouth. But they will embrace that because they have fame and status behind them. But because I'm a simple man speaking truth and I might speak facts and lay down the words behind it where they would refer to a dirty word, it's an issue for them. But it's not an issue for them to watch the comedian make every second word is a so-called F word. That's called hypocrisy, biasness. Truth is truth. We don't care about how it's spoken, why it's spoken, or who's spoken it. As long as it's the truth, I'm digesting it. I don't care whether they call it dirty words or clean words or whatever. There is a message there. I want the message.
And like grow up because y'all use these words too.
But the words is not dirty word because I don't see the dot falling off of the words. And second of all, the words themselves breaking spells. So why do you want us to stop use word that actually break the spells when you cast these spells like you cast in the English language, which I'm not gonna repeat. And when you use certain word, you actually break the spell that they cast in. That's why they don't want you to use them and calling them dirty word. But there's no such thing as dirty word. I laugh after these people. They're clowns to us. We didn't even expect the video to go on for like 30 minutes, but it's going on. But we got anything in 30 minutes. Go ahead, babes.
They're talking, yeah, you bring up a good point because they'll talk about, oh, you're cussing, but you're cursing.
Yeah,
You're
it's a difference.
You're throwing out curses.
Yeah, spells.
But then,
yeah.
this is so immature.
It is immature because they will tell you cursing to use obscene language, as they would say, because it's the system plant these absurdities in their head, right?
But see, that's what religion does, and you know, I even had to get corrected on that too because they taught us to speak in a passive way, you know, very submissive way. So now when you're like, no, you don't gotta talk like that. Just like speak, say what you want, say what it is. You know, we looked up the word please and thank you and something like, oh wow. I didn't realize that's what
Very derogatory. You're not
I didn't
supposed to be
realize
using
that's
those
how I
words.
was talking right.
Yeah.
And I'm like, it's so much.
English language is actually a spell language. And many people talk about it from time to time, and it is very truthful. Be careful of the English language, it's pure spells.
Yeah, words have meaning. You don't get to make up new meanings for it.
Correct.
It means something.
Well, we would, as we were saying today, Chevron doctrine has been removed. So you can add a meaning to a word, change it from its original meaning. Truth is truth, and you can't change it. So we're going to end this video, and then when it come up, post up, we're going to tell a lot of people to share it, show your love, show your support, and enjoy your life on this planet. Love, light, and balance.